Hello boys and girls, hope you're all well. What a brilliant performance. If you didn't watch the game, we just humped Scunthorpe royally in true fashion and beat them 4-0. Fantastic, great to watch. Really entertaining game of football, so calm. Our boys were shooting from wherever they wanted to towards the end. Tactical subs being made just to chill the game out a little bit and save some legs for the all-important game on Saturday. It was a really, really nice game to watch. It was just all Newport. It was brilliant. We had 70-odd% possession. I think they had one shot on target and it was saved very, very calmly and easily by Mr. Tom King. So I'll quickly rattle through what I've got. The boys are waiting for me on COD, so I can't be too long. But of course I won't skimp on any detail. As always, we started the league today. We started today in the league, 7th, and Scunthorpe 21st. And I do believe we have just plummeted them into a very, very difficult relegation battle. Grimsby Exeter is a game for us that we to pay attention to, and literally as I'm speaking now, Exeter have gone, well, they've equalised to make it 2-2. So I'm not sure what that means for Grimsby. It might potentially be them relegated, maybe, or there might be another game in it. I know if they lose, they won't be able to save themselves. And also Barrow are beating Forest Green 2-0, which also bodes well for us in the table. Same 11 as last time, which I'm very happy with. Lewis Collins starting again, which I'm very happy with, which is always good. Opening couple of minutes, literally couple of minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes. We looked so attacking. The likes of Mickey Dimitri being our last defender was on the halfway line, or even a little bit further into the attacking half. So it really looked like we were playing for blood sort of thing, you know. Really high pressing football. It was great to watch. 7th minute from a corner. Beautiful little training ground sort of thing. Ding, ding, ding. I think it was Podge who cut the ball back towards the edge of the box, and Mickey kind of had a swinging left boot at it, and it just went high. But that would have been nice in the 7th minute. But fear not, we didn't have to wait too long for a goal. In the 15th minute, I just wrote down, I checked on one of my apps, we were on 73% possession in 15 minutes, which I know doesn't mean much, but it was a very similar number at the end of the game. 26th minute then, a great free kick by Ryan Haynes, Labs with a lovely headed effort, but it was just wide, and it was given offside anyway. But it's all these little things, that sign of things to come is what we were hoping at that sort of point. 29th minute, 1-0. Podge crossed the ball nicely from the left wing, just outside the box, and their boy Taft, whatever his name is, slammed it in the back of his net with his head. It was, we'll take it, 1-0, happy days, happy with that. If that's all it was, you know, you don't want to be relying on those, but at this point in the season, we absolutely will. But the way we were attacking, it really did look like what's happened here. Exeter have just gone 3-2 up against Grimsby in the 89th minute. That is a shame for Grimsby fans everywhere. So that was the 29th minute. We had our goal. From the Scunthorpe boy. That's a shame. 5 minutes later, Mickey Dimitri, 2-0. Happy days. It was an absolute majestic header from a corner. It really was pleasant to watch. It was fantastic. It was absolutely perfect. It was literally textbook. Beautiful. Well done, Mr. Mickey Dimitri. Where are we now? Yeah, and then straight after that, what's really nice to see, Michael Flynn screaming from the sidelines. Mickey, great header. It's nice, you know, he's not just an angry guy. He does also pay compliments when they are due, and they certainly were then. And then 4.5 minutes after that, 3-0, Lewis Collins. Straight from a corner, keeper went up to grab it, fumbled the ball, it fell down, and a nice little sideways slice from young Lewis Collins, the 20-year-old, and he got his first league goal. So that's great news for him. Well done, you. Half-time, 3-0. And at this point, I'm thinking, wow, this is a really convincing 3-0. They were hardly in our half, which was great to watch. Honorary mentions for the half-time man of the match. Not that there's such a thing, I just made it up. Aaron Lewis, he had a great first half, really great first half. A little bit quiet in the second, I guess, but a great game nonetheless. Shepherd and Mickey, both of them fantastic, really, really good first halves. And although there's 3 defenders there, don't read too much into that. It was just because of how high they were playing. They were essentially midfielders, and it wasn't because we were defending all the time, obviously, because Mickey had scored, and even without the goal, Mickey would have been there, to be fair. He had a fantastic game. Nothing got past him. Half-time yet, Forest Green Rovers were losing at this point, and that obviously bodes well for us. About 10 minutes into the half-time, Phil's Dominoes gets delivered. That's fantastic news. 58th minute, a decent header by the Scunthorpe boy, well and easily saved by Tom King. 63rd minute, a nice early substitution, trying to control the game, bit of game management by Michael Flynn. Takes Podge off, who played well, not as well as he did a couple of seasons ago, as we say every week, but he absolutely doesn't stop, does he? And I think he'll be in the starting 11 next week. He's just taken off, like I said, for a bit of game management. And who does he bring on? Nicky Maynard, who played, pretty well. 71st minute, Labs comes off for Gambin. Nice to see Gambin finally get some time. Sheehan comes off for Dolan at the same time. So Dolan coming back on, obviously, after his concussion protocol time off. So that might potentially change the starting 11 for Saturday. We will see. And then Ryan Haynes comes off for Mr. Kevin Ellison himself. So what are we in here? About the 65th, I'd imagine. Scunthorpe really were playing much better this half. Not well enough to really threaten the goal, but they were playing better. So fair play for them for not giving up, even though they were 3-0 down. Nicky Maynard chips the keeper from absolutely miles out, outside the box. And it bounces once, and it looks like it's going in. Your man, Charlie Brown, whatever his name is, was screaming his head off, but it just dinks off the crossbar, unfortunately. And Nicky Maynard turns around to someone and gives a cheeky little laugh and a cheeky little grin. Great to see people having fun when playing the beautiful game. 83rd minute, Lewis Collins comes off for Dom Telford. And fair play, Lewis Collins, he had a fantastic game. Then where are we? 85th minute, a couple of minutes after that. In swings a majestic free kick from Matty Dolan, left foot, and poor defending, yes, but great positioning by Mickey Dimitriou. Smacks his head on it and sinks his second goal of the night. Beautiful. And you could tell these 2 goals meant quite a lot to him. I'm not sure why. Maybe just because he likes scoring, maybe. Maybe there's something else going on. Who knows? But he really did take his time with his celebration, and he seemed to really, really enjoy them. And fair play to him. What an absolute superstar he is for us. Potentially player of the season. He's definitely up there. Where are we now? Yeah, so that beautiful free kick from Matty Dolan. And then in the 87th minute, you could tell at 4-0 down, the Scunthorpe boys were getting a bit frustrated. There was a bit of a tussle in the 87th. Shepherd put in a dodgy tackle, maybe, or a hard tackle. And one of their boys stands up and doesn't like it, gets in his face and kicks off at him. And Shepherd was just like, yeah, whatever, mate, you're 4-0 down, shut up. And over sprints Kevin Ellison, because he loves it, that he sprints over and gets right up in his face and all that sort of stuff. Doing his scouse a bit. Apologies if there's any scousers watching. We love the guy, don't worry. And then the ref then cards Shepherd and the other Scunthorpe boy, gives them both a yellow. 91st minute, we get a free kick. According to Charlie Brown, it was about 150 yards out, but realistically it was probably about 25. Really did look like a Matty Dolan sort of shot, but Mickey was stood over it too, because obviously, as we know, a couple of seasons ago, he was a free kick taker and sunk a few. But Matty Dolan takes it, and it does just go straight into the wall. But there was a little bit of a chance after that with the rebounds, etc. However, after 4 minutes of added time, the ref blows a whistle. It is all done. 4-0. I would love it if someone could tell me the last time we won a game 4-0. It's been a while, I think. Certainly not this season. And just a little point, obviously Mickey Dimitriou gets man of the match. Even without both his games, he still would have been up there in contention for man of the match. And here's a little bit just for interest. Mickey Dimitriou has now scored more goals this season in all competitions than Cooper, Lewis Collins, Tom King, Telford, Baker, Hughes, Gambin, Proctor, Kevin Ellison, Psycho Janna, Jamie Devitt, Shepherd, Benno, Taylor and Maynard. So Mickey Dimitriou, well done. Great game. Newport County, well done. Great game. Fans, rejoice. What a fantastic game that really was. Fun to watch, great to watch. And we got a hard one on Saturday. And let's hope we can turn up and do some damage. We now sit 6th in the table, in the league. Forest Green, at the time of recording this, is still 2-0 down to Barrow. It's probably about the 89th minute, I would imagine. So we're in a great spot. We're in a really, really good place. Keep the faith, keep the positivity flowing. It's been a roller coaster this season with a dip around the Christmas time and the awful pitch, etc., etc. But keep your heads up, keep your chins up. This is going to be a bumpy ride. No, I'm kidding. Catch you next time. Cheers for listening. Cheers for watching. See you later.